Jeremy asks, as businesses grow, what is the best solution for documenting policy, procedure, and process so all are on the same page?
Jeremy, I hate this question for a couple reasons. It's interesting. I'm going to piggyback off the last statement here, which is, to me, this is a defense question, right? This is a bottom 10% question. Yeah. There is no business on earth that won because they had a tight handbook situation, right? So for me, unless you're talking about liabilities on a legal level, GE should worry about that to some degree because of the level of lawsuits. And by the way, they have 400,000 employees, and there's probably 8,000 lawyers, or there's people to do. But a company of 500 people, India, they're not going to hear this, but you prepped it on like how we have a handbook here and nobody really knows about it. This is a 500 person, it's still a baby. Like, that is something that I think you need to be worrying about at year 20. Right.
Yeah, forget documentation, have a culture. All you care about is the culture.
Bingo.
As soon as you're documenting things, you're wasting everyone's time, it becomes a bureaucracy. All that matters are your values and your culture. Make sure they're being lived and you don't have to document anything.
But everybody has to know where you're going, why you're going there, and how you're going to get there.
Well, that's leadership, right?
Absolutely, and that is the job that everybody.
That's my job.
It's yours and the people that work for you and cascading down. But everybody's got to know the mission. They got to know how they're going to do it with behaviors, and then they've got to be and one of the consequences of getting there.
There's another thing that I think people need to understand. This, and by the way, this is going to get very Vaynerized, and India, you'll enjoy this, and everybody here. As I started bringing in more senior people, they wanted to bring in more of these things. And I made them understand. I'm like, look, you don't understand. We're still this entrepreneurial engine. And if somebody comes into this company and they're so worried about the handbook and so worried about reviews and so worried about all these things, I don't want them here now. Not that they're bad, but they're not the right players at this time. I was the best player on my 4th grade baseball team. There's not a single baseball team in America in Major League Baseball that needs me on their team. So I was the right player for that time, but then as everybody got much bigger than me, I became not so much. And so we now need different people that maybe care about some of those things as we continue to grow, but not at that time. So the other thing here is the right employee at the right time, at the right age of the company.
That's really good.
Thanks, India.
Yay, boss.
That's just me getting material.
No, she, what's so funny, back to what we talked about, she wasn't yay bossing me. She's like, oh crap, cool, I have a new article that I can write. Because he finally said something different for the first time.